You're watching Fox 22, Bangor. From the Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, an unusual occurrence at the Capitol as a piece of debris falls from the sky, sparking an investigation.
Plus, even after 50 years in business, Al's Pizza experienced a first when they received a handwritten apology note from an angry customer.
And our top story, a murder trial in Caribou begins with opening statements. Your local news right now.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for joining us this morning. My coffee mug has finally found its purpose.
A promo of the interview that we will have around 7:45 this morning. We had we are very thankful for our guest, and she brought us a little present, flowery gift.
A little snippet. So let's throw it over to Devin Biggs. He's the first check of your forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With a large supply of ammo and stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Alrighty, as we do start things off this morning, we do have a small craft advisory that is in effect, though. It's going to be running until about 6 p.m. on Wednesday, with gusty winds that'll be moving in as early as today and later on tonight, though. They'll be watching for wave heights that will get active again as we do move forward. Zooming things out right now, though, we're not too bad out there this morning, though. We watch for maybe a small chance for a few showers in some spots. We'll see all of this tapering off, but this is just the leading edge of our area of low pressure farther down toward the south. It's a mess out there in the ocean this morning. This will all start moving in our direction from the south to the north with chances for showers and some heavy downpours that'll be moving in later on this week. But for today, though, increasing clouds, a general idea, maybe an isolated chance for a shower or a storm near the Bangor area later today and surrounding areas as well. But increasing clouds expected tonight. Small chance of a shower by early in the morning, then better chances throughout the day as we head towards tomorrow. Otherwise, though, the winds really starting to pick up as well, getting up to around 15 to maybe 25 miles per hour gusts in a few spots with sustained winds at around 5 to 15 miles per hour will be expected. Hourly forecast moving forward, though, partly to mostly cloudy skies, temperatures in the 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Devin, thank you. We begin this morning in Caribou, where a Presque Isle man accused of a double murder was in court on Monday. A.J. Douglas has the details.
During Bobby Nightingale's murder trial, opening statements began with the prosecution describing the events of that disturbing night when two lifeless bodies were found on State Road and Castle Hill back in 2019.
The wallets on the murdered men revealed their identities. Roger Ellis, age 51, was the driver. Alan Curtis, age 25, was the passenger. They were not far from Roger's home when they were murdered.
Lead defense attorney Vern Parody advised the jury to wait to hear all the facts in the case before making a judgment on his client.
Because somebody has been charged with something does not mean that they're guilty, and that the evidence needs to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that that person is guilty. And in this case, I do not believe the state can meet that burden.
Multiple witnesses testified to seeing and hearing gunshots prior to the discovery of both bodies. Maine State Police Major Crime Sergeant Micah Perkins reports police found a shell casing that matched one of the possible firearms used in the Castle Hill shooting in Nightingale's home. Micah Lynn testified that Nightingale Facebook messaged her a picture of the same four-wheeler found at the crime scene a month prior to the shooting deaths. The defense argues the four-wheeler from prior Facebook messages has not been confirmed as the ATV involved in the murder investigation. Tuesday, more state witnesses are expected to take the stand. In Caribou, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
The fire marshal's office responded to an explosion at 165 Field Point Road in Stonington on Sunday morning. The remains of the homeowner, 71-year-old David Crutcher, were found and transported to the office of the chief medical examiner in Augusta. According to neighbors, Crutcher had owned the property for around 6 years and lived alone. Tim Gibbon, a neighbor of Crutcher, recalled hearing the blast from his home Sunday morning.
And there was this most incredible explosion. It was just like a bomb had gone off. When I got up there were multiple other smaller explosions, I guess gas tanks going off and stuff like that. And I mean, it was obviously a total destruction.
Investigators have established that the explosion took place before the fire. The official cause of the fire is still under investigation, but there is no evidence of foul play at this time.
Rockland police are continuing to investigate multiple acts of vandalism. Police say they have been notified of at least 5 properties that were tagged with graffiti, including children's playground equipment. The incidents happened on Adamantum Ave, North Main Street, and Harbor Park between the hours of 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. on August 12th. They say one suspect has been identified. They're asking anyone with information to contact them at 594-0316.
Police seized evidence in connection to an armed robbery in Fairfield that happened on Friday. At around 12:30 yesterday afternoon, officers with the Skowhegan and Waterville Police Departments, Somerset County Sheriff's Office, and Maine DEA and State Police simultaneously served search warrants on 2 apartments at 33 West Front Street in Skowhegan. Evidence was seized during the searches, which were part of an investigation into the armed robbery at the Fairfield Center Circle K on Friday. The investigation remains ongoing.
In other news, an investigation is underway after a piece of aircraft debris fell from the sky in Augusta, narrowly missing a Capitol Police screener. According to Chief Matthew Clancy with the Maine Department of Public Safety, a large metal object crashed into the ground just outside the Maine State Capitol building on Friday, right around 12:30. The sleeve-like object landed roughly 6 feet from the Capitol Police screener, Craig Donahue, who was walking outside the entrance. 2 other people were nearby when the object crashed into the ground, but luckily no one was hurt. Capitol Police immediately notified the Augusta State Airport and the Federal Aviation Administration, which sent awareness notifications to flights that were over the Capitol at that time. The FAA is launching an investigation to determine the source of the part, which they say is likely from a large airliner on an international route.
The time is now 8:07. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, college students are preparing to head back to school, and Husson University is boosting its online course offerings.
But first, let's take another look at your full weather forecast. A high of 82 degrees, partially cloudy skies, a little bit of sunshine out there. Better enjoy it. It may be gone until Friday. Tonight, temperatures drop down to a low of 60, and we're expected to see some rain tomorrow, moving in past midnight and into the early hours. We'll see a high of 67.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
I'm gonna miss you.
At Prudential, we can't tell you when your kids will finally go out on their own. But we can at least make sure that when they do, you're ready. That's why millions rely on us for the rock-solid strength that helps you plan for and achieve your retirement dreams. Whichever road you take, who's your rock?
Allergies don't have to be scary. Spraying Flonase daily stops your body from overreacting to allergens all season long. Psst, psst. Flonase, all good.
Welcome to your family fun entertainment center, Movie Rocket Entertainment Galaxy. Movie Rocket has newly renovated cinemas, and the Starcade features all the best video and arcade games around. Movie Rocket, 268 Odland Road in Bangor, and at movierocketbangor.com.
Sunday, the NFL is back on Fox.
Right for each other.
Two of the league's most explosive and electrifying quarterbacks.
My goodness!
Take center stage in a preseason showdown.
Incredible!
Lamar Jackson leads the Ravens.
Touchdown!
Against Kyler Murray and the Cardinals.
Oh, what a catch!
Preseason football. Ravens, Cardinals. Sunday at 8 Eastern on Fox.
Maine Senator Susan Collins has issued a statement in regards to the Intelligence Committee's request for information of former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. On Sunday, Florida Republican Marco Rubio and Virginia Democrat Mark Warner sent a private letter to Director of National Intelligence Avril Haines and Attorney General Merrick Garland in regards to the FBI's search of former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home last week. Senator Collins released a statement following that letter saying, in part, quote, "The American people deserve a full accounting of the extraordinary action taken by the FBI last week. I am encouraged that following consultation with Senate Intelligence Committee members, Chairman Warner and Vice Chairman Rubio have requested critical information related to the FBI's search of former President Trump's residence. It's imperative that the committee receive all classified documents found during the search, as well as the FBI affidavit, which would describe in detail any justification for the search."
As students are getting ready to head back to school in the next few weeks, Husson University is offering some new online courses and certificates for its students. Matthew Dronzik has the story.
As the month of August comes to a close, college students are beginning to pack their bags, preparing to head back to school. While most things at Husson University will remain the same, its online program will be featuring new courses with the goal of boosting online student enrollment.
We are expanding our enrollment throughout Maine and New England and beyond, and making sure that even people that are in different time zones or outside of the state get the same very student-centric, friendly support that they would get if they were here on the Bangor campus.
Starting this semester, students will have the chance to earn a certificate in animal-assisted therapy as well as diversity, equity, and inclusion. The animal-assisted therapy course teaches students about the importance and benefits of human-animal relationships, while diversity, equity, and inclusion provides current and future professionals techniques to ensure what is addressed within any organization.
These certificates allow you to understand some of the issues around things like insurance or different types of therapy, what practices might be appropriate.
Husson's online program will also be introducing a bachelor's degree in marketing and professional communications, something Arnett is excited for students to explore.
The bachelor's in marketing will really focus on contemporary ways to market, and so really understanding social media, understanding graphic design. Professional communications is more around how to communicate to different audiences. So there will be a focus on writing, but it also talks about how to communicate through other forms of media as well.
Any student who signs up before the beginning of next month will receive $500 off their first course. Arnett says that taking these courses is worth every dollar.
Instructors are highly experienced, very present in those classes, and we intentionally build out every 7-week asynchronous class over a 20-week process as well to make sure that they're experiential and meet those learning outcomes, are engaging, and they build community. So
reporting from Bangor, Matthew Dronzik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
We're 13 minutes past the top of the hour. After the break, it's happening. The gas prices are finally dropping down after last week's decline of 20 cents a gallon. We'll see if this trend will continue.
Plus, Maine's governor has announced 2 new initiatives to preserve Acadian history in Maine. We'll be right back.
Inflation, a broken supply chain, and high gas prices. Mainers everywhere are facing tough decisions about rising costs. Growing up as part of a small family business in Leeds, I learned what a struggling economy does to small businesses, jobs, and to working class people. And serving as a Marine in Afghanistan and Iraq taught me to stand strong for what's right in the face of adversity. I'm Jared Golden, and that's why in Congress, I'm an independent voice for you, taking on my own party to stand up for Maine families. I was the only Democrat to vote against trillions of dollars of President Biden's agenda because I knew it would make inflation worse. I've stood with law enforcement against defunding the police. I support cutting the gas tax and increasing domestic oil production. I'm working to lower prescription drug costs and standing firm against any cuts to Social Security and Medicare. I'll always be an independent fighter for you. I'm Jared Golden, and this is my family. I approve this message because when it comes to doing what's right for your family, I'll never back down.
Check 1, check 2. The store's appearance may have changed throughout the years, but its dedication to our community and families has not wavered. We will still welcome you with a smile and top-notch service. If you need coffee,
check.
Tasty treats,
Check.
freshly made pizza, check. Or wine and spirits,
Check.
Stop by and fill up your tank and check us out.
During Toyota's national sales event, we're working hard to deliver new Toyotas so you can enjoy the last of summer. From hitting the rapids with a RAV4 hybrid, to kicking up sand in a Tundra, or camping out in a Highlander. Hey guys!
Come and get an electrified all-wheel drive RAV4 hybrid with 40 mpg and up to a 580-mile driving range. Plus, get affordable 1.9% financing on most RAV4 models.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Governor Mills has announced 2 new initiatives to preserve Acadian history in Maine. A statement from the governor's office says the first is a new partnership between the Acadian Archives and the Maine State Library. It will support ongoing efforts to digitize and provide access to special collections and information to the history, folklore, and folk life of the St. John Valley. The second is a digitization project involving approximately 100,000 pages of historical French language newspapers from communities around the state.
Gas prices in Maine keep falling. They're still higher than the national average, but dropped about 20 cents a gallon over the last week. As Owen Kingsley explains, drivers have a whole range of emotions when it comes to the price at the pump.
It cost me $80 to fill my car a week, and I barely go anywhere.
Gas prices were around $5 a gallon to kick off our summer in Maine. Dylan Laban returned home from his year away at Maine Maritime Academy and was faced with sticker shock.
When I left, it was definitely much lower than this, and it's quite a shock to see it come back this high.
But prices have dropped significantly. In Maine, the average is $4.27 a gallon, down 70 cents since the start of June.
That's been huge. As a matter of fact, I was just noticing my gas, I think, was only $6. Normally it's about $80. So, the $14, yeah, you notice that each time you're at the pump.
While relief with gas prices is clearly here, every Mainer has a story about how it has affected their summer plans.
So we've wanted to go, further away and do more stuff, but we kind of been picking and choosing one or two instead of maybe more traveling than we would have liked to do.
I spend roughly $20 a day in gas now.
Yes, it has.
Nuriz Baez planned to travel across the country this summer and didn't let the gas prices get in her way. She actually bought a more fuel-efficient car to do it.
I will fill this one up with $40 compared to filling up my minivan with $60, $65.
AAA expects more drivers in Maine to pick up as gas prices trend down.
Right now, they are still driving less, combining errands, and making some other changes to their lifestyles and habits.
President Biden has been on a family vacation over the last week, but today he'll be back to work, and all eyes will be on him as he plans to sign into law the Inflation Reduction Act. Democrats hope this will give them a big push headed into the midterms, and Republicans, meantime, are doing everything they can to push back. Fox's Lauren Blanchard has more from Washington.
I'm enjoying it a great deal on the phone a lot of good news reports.
President Biden will take a break from vacation Tuesday to take the first lap of what will be a marathon victory tour on a major piece of legislation by signing the Inflation Reduction Act into law.
This is something that President Biden campaigned on. He stood up to the special interests and got it done.
The latest Fox News poll shows an even split among voters' preferences for Democrats or Republicans in Congress, erasing the 7-point advantage Republicans had in the spring. With now just months to go before the midterm elections, the upcoming hard sales pitch on the Inflation Reduction Act by the president, members of the cabinet, and allies on the Hill is meant to convince voters that Democrats should keep Congress.
I think that they needed to yell this a little bit earlier. They needed to talk about this a little bit earlier. Whether it will make a difference in November remains to be seen.
Republicans, hoping to flip Congress in November, say they will also highlight the plan and the ways they say it will make economic hardships worse.
From the Northeast to the South to Middle America, no matter where you go, the biggest challenges everybody's facing is inflation.
The coming weeks for the administration will be about crisscrossing America to promote the Inflation Reduction Act, including a major celebration at the White House on September 6th. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
The time is now 8:19.
And it's time to get a full look at your forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs. He joins us now with the latest.
Good morning, Devin.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With a large supply of ammo in stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Already, small craft advisory up along the coast until 6 p.m. on Wednesday, and this is because we have an area of low pressure that will be moving in. We're seeing some rain showers in a few spots from the southwest going toward the north and east this morning. This causing us a few clouds at this point. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today, but increasing clouds expected with a small chance for a shower or storm this afternoon. This area of low pressure here is going to be lifting off towards the north. This will give us plenty of chances for rain coming up as early as tomorrow, though, and some beneficial rain that will be on the way as well. We do need the rain. Very kind of calm out there, and it's kind of creepy when you look at this. So wave heights are only at around a foot at this point, so it's kind of the calm before the storm, so to say, before that area of low pressure begins to move in, as we'll watch for gusty winds up to around 15 miles per hour today. Then calming down a little bit later on tonight. Then things get interesting again for the daytime tomorrow with some gusty winds reaching up to about 20 to even 25 miles per hour in just a few spots. Our average high is 80 degrees. We'll be up and down. Lower 80s on the way today, upper 60s by Wednesday. With the rain, I'll be moving in with lower 70s Thursday, upper 70s by your Friday. With lower to middle 80s, a nice warm up on the way just in time for the weekend. And dew points will be on the rise just a little bit, though, with dew points that will be reaching for the lower 60s as we head towards Wednesday and parts of Thursday. Then falling back by Friday and just in time for the weekend into more comfortable territory. Already, UV index forecast for today will be at a 6 as considered high, so a burn time of around 30 minutes. So hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, shade will be necessary as you do head out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. So for today, though, under a partly cloudy sky, not too bad. There may be a small chance for a shower or storm in a few spots. Otherwise, increasing clouds will be expected with more rain on the way, especially as we head towards the daytime tomorrow. We do need the rain, too. We've been dry around here, though, and up to an inch of rain possible in many areas before we're all finished up. So this is definitely some welcome news for many areas across the state. So your forecast for today, lower 80s, partly cloudy, a slight chance for a shower or storm with that east wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 60 degrees, mostly cloudy, a small chance for rain. Northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. Rain likely on Wednesday, windy as well, highs in the upper 60s. Lower 70s by Thursday with a chance for rain as well. Drying out by Friday, partly cloudy, highs in the upper 70s. Middle 80s Saturday with a mostly sunny sky.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
At Firehouse Subs, we give you craveable subs that are piping hot and piled high. And a portion of every purchase helps give them the life-saving equipment they need. Order online or on the app for contactless pickup or delivery. Only at Firehouse Subs.
Liftmaster is the #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Can alert you if you left it open and let you close it from most anywhere in the world. And where's the best place to get your Liftmaster? From PDQ Door. PDQDoor.com.
You want to feel important, to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
We know. We felt that way too.
And that's why we joined the Army National Guard. Take on your legacy.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Your son is sick. I can help you.
Wipe everything clean.
I did what I did to save my son. But this is not who I am.
The Cleaning Lady. Watch the entire first season before new episodes this fall.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Good morning, everyone. Well, it's officially high school sports season with fall teams holding their first practices of the year on Monday. Tyler Cruz was up in Dover Foxcroft on Monday morning to catch up with the defending state champion Ponies.
Football is back. Monday marks the very first day of the 2022 high school football season in Maine. And at Foxcroft Academy, it's the Ponies' first day defending their 2021 state championship.
There's butterflies. I mean, I didn't sleep very good last night, and I'm not sure how they slept either. But, you know, getting back into it for the first time has that excitement around it.
Last year was exciting. This year is going to be even more exciting, and we're going to leave history.
Even with last year's perfect season, capped off by a state title, the Ponies are forgetting about all that and building up again from ground zero.
We've got to be humble with everything that we do and understand that 21's over. 22 for us is a whole new slate. We've got a new group and a new identity to form.
We just have to tell ourselves every day that like last year's not this year, and we just have to come back with high energy.
As with every program in the early fall, they've got some holes to fill, losing some key guys from that 2021 run, but they're confident those new pieces will slide in just fine.
We got a lot of new guys this year, and it's going to be tough filling some positions, but we have the guys to do it.
They're also returning 4 of their 5 starting offensive linemen, which is going to be huge in bringing along a new quarterback as well as some other pieces in the offense.
It gives our quarterback the confidence that he needs to be able to make plays, and it gives our new ball carriers a chance to really run behind some guys that have done it before.
Now, while they didn't have an official first practice until this week, a lot of the guys started to prepare for this moment months ago.
A lot of us started as soon as football ended. Yes, we had basketball and other sports, but a lot of us put work in all off-season in the weight room.
I wouldn't want to be seeing these guys for the first time since school got out today. So it's very important what we do in the off-season together is like a building block towards the preseason.
In Dover Foxcroft, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, thank you, Tyler. So it's only fitting that Foxcroft's first game of the season comes against Winthrop. Should be a great matchup building off of last year's, I guess you could call it, a rivalry. Will continue to get you up to speed on high school teams throughout the area as the regular season fast approaches. For now, let's talk some Patriots as they inch closer to their season opener. The Pats returned to practice on Monday, and Bill Belichick called this a big week. The Carolina Panthers will be in town for joint sessions on both Tuesday and Wednesday, leading up to Friday night's second preseason matchup. These are really the most valuable practices of camp, arguably even more so than the games. The starters get a ton of reps against different looks, different players, generally more than even they would in a preseason game, and the level of competition is equally as high.
You know, more chances to get better, more ways to improve, and more things you can find that you need to work on. So, practices are, I mean, in the end, you know, the games have a lot of value too because of the, you know, it's a game and it's structured differently, but there's certainly a lot to be gained in practice.
So the Pats will have just 2 more practices open to the media before closing their doors for the rest of camp. One team that isn't closing their doors, though, is Maine football, because next Wednesday, August 24th, the Black Bears will once again hold their annual Meet the Black Bears night at Alphonse Stadium. The event begins at 6 p.m. in Orono, where kids can attend a free on-field clinic with members of Maine football. After the camp, fans will get the chance to meet players and coaches, get autographs, eat pizza, and stick around to watch Minions: The Rise of Gru on the stadium's video board. You can register for the event on goblackbears.com. Just a spectacular night. I remember last year it was Luca, the new Pixar film that was aired, and it was just great to see not only the players out there running drills, but the kids communicating with them, signing autographs, just so much excitement as they work towards that September 3rd start of the season. We will, of course, have coverage of the Black Bears as they continue through training camp up until then. But for now, in case you missed it, the Cal Ripken World Series concluded over the weekend, and for the first time ever, a Maine team has captured the title. Oxford's Andy Valley defeated Weymouth, Massachusetts 12-4 on Saturday to win the 12U crown. The team started the tournament with a 2-1 loss to Weymouth, but then rattled off 6 straight wins before avenging the opener in the championship game. As for the other Maine-based teams, Ararat finished the tournament 5-2, falling to Weymouth in the playoffs. Noble owned a 5-2 overall record as well, ending with a loss to Vermont, while Waterville went 0-6 over the course of the week. So congratulations again to Andy Valley. That's all for sports. We'll be right back on the break.
In life, many things matter. Black lives matter. Asian and Caucasian lives matter. Police officers and firefighters matter. Youngsters and senior citizen lives matter. Think about it. Every life matters. And it all begins, first in Maine and everywhere, when the protection of the unborn matters.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Here's this week's featured deal.
Great things are always cooking at the Ground. New menu, new specials with an amazing variety of choices for every taste. Good times, great service, and amazing food. Only at your locally owned Ground. Odland Road, Bangor.
On sale Thursday at 9 a.m. A limited supply available half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back. It's Tuesday, August 16th of 2022. So far, so good. We'll check the forecast in a moment. Sports Illustrated is 68 years old today, and the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, died 45 years ago today at the age of 42.
Singer Madonna is 64, actor Steve Carell is 60, and today is True Love is Forever Day, and it's National Tell a Joke Day. So I'll pick the latter, and I got a joke from TikTok.
Okay, all right, here we go.
So I accidentally took my cat's meds last night. Don't ask me how.
Oh, that was the one. Okay, that was a good one. We went over so many different jokes before this final hour, trying to figure out what's good, what's not, and then all of a sudden I think the phones were listening because all the jokes started popping up in the feeds.
Well, I chose not to do the arsonist joke.
Yeah, that was a little.
I went on a dating site for arsonists last night.
Oh yeah.
They gave me a bunch of matches.
Oh God, bunch of matches. Look at that. Look at that. Oh
man, horrible.
We got to enjoy the time that jokes are. They have different levels, I feel like. There are good ones, there are bad ones, and then there are ones that just should never be said.
Right, right. Those are still in the level of dad joke category.
Dad joke, that's a huge category we have to stick around.
Yes, expansive.
Let's turn it over to Devin Biggs with another look at our forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With a large supply of ammo and stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Alrighty, as we do start things off this morning, we do have a small craft advisory that is in effect, though. It's going to be running until about 6 p.m. on Wednesday, with gusty winds that'll be moving in as early as today and later on tonight, though. We'll be watching for wave heights that will get active again as we do move forward. Zooming things out right now, though, we're not too bad out there this morning, though. We watch for maybe a small chance for a few showers in some spots. We'll see all of this tapering off, but this is just the leading edge of our area of low pressure farther down toward the south. It's a mess out there in the ocean this morning. This will all start moving in our direction from the south to the north with chances for showers and some heavy downpours that'll be moving in later on this week. But for today, though, increasing clouds, a general idea, maybe an isolated chance for a shower or a storm near the Bangor area later today and surrounding areas as well. But increasing clouds expected tonight. Small chance of a shower by early in the morning, then better chances throughout the day as we head towards tomorrow. Otherwise, though, the winds really starting to pick up as well, getting up to around 15 to maybe 25 miles per hour gusts in a few spots, with sustained winds at around 5 to 15 miles per hour will be expected. Hourly forecast moving forward, though, partly to mostly cloudy skies, temperatures in the 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. A 90-year-old veteran has created a hand-carved legacy for future generations. A dedication was held over the weekend for a wooden eagle carved by Navy veteran George Gunning and painted by his wife, Donna, both of Windsor. It was dedicated to Moral Worcester and all of those who carry out the work of Wreaths Across America. The organization's mission is to remember the fallen, honor those that serve, and teach the next generation the value of freedom.
Over the last 15 years, the Gunnings have made more than 4,000 hand-carved and painted wooden eagle-headed canes, and they donated them to Maine veterans. They say they were moved to create the larger eagle sculpture after learning more about Wreaths Across America programs and the impact it has had on veterans and families across the country. The eagle dedication was part of the organization's annual Stem to Stone event in Down East Maine. And the New Balance tent sale is an annual tradition in Skowhegan. For more than 25 years, New Balance, which has a factory in Skowhegan, has held a tent sale at the same time as the Skowhegan State Fair. However, this year, the company is extending the sale from now until Labor Day.
Shoppers can buy the brand-named footwear at discounted prices under the tent.
We come every year to the tent sale, have for years.
Yeah, and then just depends on what we find. If it's a good deal, then snag them all.
Yeah.
All New Balance shoes are buy one pair, get the second pair half off, and 40% off all apparel and accessories. Customers can stop by the tent sale Monday through Saturday, 10 until 6, and Sundays, 10 until 5. Al's Pizza in Skowhegan has been in business for over 50 years, and in that amount of time, its customer base has grown tremendously.
However, one unhappy customer voiced her frustration over the wait time for her food recently and later had a change of heart over her less than appetizing behavior.
Jody Hersey shares more.
We always come to Al's. We never have been disappointed ever. It's always wonderful.
Al's Pizza is very well known in the Skowhegan area. It's been serving up delicious food for over 50 years. And last week, the owners experienced a first when they received a handwritten apology note from an angry customer.
I was going to eat off the road.
Al's Pizza manager Brian Bollier says it all began during a busy weekday shift when the young customer's hungry belly and tired body hit a plateau.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a hangry customer last week. They came in and they thought that we could work a little faster, a little harder, and we do our best. Well, we always do our best, but that particular day, this little person was a little upset with how things were going.
Instead of dwelling on it, the staff at Al's Pizza did what they do best, worked hard, and prepared every order that came in the shortest amount of time. To management's surprise, that same customer had a change of heart just a few days later and shared her remorse with the staff.
I got a phone call from Mom, and she said that they wrote a letter and they wanted to apologize for their actions. So the Mom asked if that was okay. We certainly said, of course, not necessary, but we will gladly take that.
Yeah, no, we really thought that was cute and a great example of good parenting, we felt like, too, to hold that child accountable for having a little rough spell.
The employees at Al's Pizza hope the young customer's actions are a reminder to us all that it's okay to admit when we are wrong.
A little bit of kindness and compassion goes a long way, and I think a lot of people can learn a little bit from this little person.
In Skowhegan, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Right. Somebody who doesn't.
And still to come here this morning, we have your upbeat stories this Tuesday morning.
Plus, we'll have your medical minute. But first, let's take another look at our forecast.
Today, we'll see a high of 82 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Tonight, mostly cloudy when temperatures drop down to a low of 60. And we're likely to see some rain tomorrow with a high of 67.
The Piscataquis Valley Fair, an old-time county fair featuring farm, steer, and ox pulls, pedal tractor pulls, truck pulls, a pig scramble, and much more. Fun rides on the Midway and daily and nightly entertainment. The Piscataquis Valley Fair, August 25th through the 28th in Dover Foxcroft.
I'm gonna miss you.
At Prudential, we can't tell you when your kids will finally go out on their own. But we can at least make sure that when they do, you're ready. That's why millions rely on us for the rock-solid strength that helps you plan for and achieve your retirement dreams. Whichever road you take, who's your rock?
Bathfitter doesn't just fit your bath. We fit your life. When a normal day is anything but normal. We fit your schedule with our unique tub-over-tub process installed in as little as a day. When high quality is the only quality that matters, we fit your standards with a lifetime guarantee. Bath Fitter. It just fits.
Now, with $600 off a complete bath system, it fits your budget too. We've never had a promotion this big, so call or click now.
On the next Last Man Standing, when Kyle catches the boss in the butt.
What's wrong? Is there a spider? You're naked.
Ed tries to put him at ease.
Let's go to my club and take a steam. Once we're both naked and surrounded by other naked men, you'll see how normal it is. Drop your towel, son. You're embarrassing me.
I'm just waiting for the steam to get so thick I can't see.
The reason we're here is so you can see all these guys naked.
Last Man Standing.
This afternoon, starting at 4 on Fox 22.
The Piscataquis Valley Fair, an old-time county fair featuring farm, steer, and ox pulls, pedal tractor pulls, truck pulls, a pig scramble, and much more. Fun rides on the Midway and daily and nightly entertainment. The Piscataquis Valley Fair, August 25th through the 28th in Dover Foxcroft.
We are the first family of country music. Just watch.
Monarch series premiere September 11th on Fox.
And with Tuesday's business news, here's Leo Jonathan.
The Nasdaq closed up 6% Monday, the Dow up 0.5%, and the S&P gained 0.4%. Stock markets overseas also rose overnight. Walmart is striking a deal with Paramount to offer its streaming service to subscribers of the Walmart shipping service. Starting next month, subscribers to Walmart Plus will also get access to Paramount Plus as well. Thousands of pouches of Capri Sun are being recalled by Kraft Heinz. Some of the wild cherry-flavored juice blend may have been accidentally mixed with a cleaning solution. The affected pouches have a best used by date of June 25, 2023. And eating out costs more than cooking, but not by much. The Labor Department says while consumer prices at grocery stores jumped more than 13% in July, restaurant prices were up about 7.5%. Some restaurant chains are saying their prices are a better value. I'm Leo Jonathan with Tuesday's Business on ABC 7.
The ASPCA says over 6 million dogs and cats are put in shelters every year, and hundreds of thousands of them don't make it out alive. Many shelters around the nation are reporting crowded kennels, and they're asking for the public's help. Fox's Austin Westfall is in Charlotte, North Carolina, where the local shelter is putting down more animals than usual.
Like many industries right now, animal shelters say that staffing shortages are one of their biggest issues, and when those shelters don't have the help that they need, it can be bad news for hopeful pets.
You're not providing the service that you used to be able to provide. And in our terms, that means getting animals out of the shelter alive.
Julie Castle runs Best Friends Animal Society, an organization that keeps track of euthanization data across the U.S. With fewer staff, she says shelters are sometimes open for fewer hours.
So that leaves less opportunity for the animals to come out alive. We're seeing shelters doing less events.
It's been a particularly tough summer at Charlotte Animal Care and Control, where euthanizations are 40% higher than last summer. Melissa Nicely has been here for 15 years, and she says this is the worst that she's seen it.
During the month of June, if you averaged it all out, it would probably be about 3 to 4 dogs a day.
When shelters don't have enough staff, it means fewer resources can go to dogs with medical or behavioral issues.
We have had to make some decisions that some may call for space, but it wasn't just merely space. We had to actually take the behavior into consideration too.
Best Friends Animal Society is primarily focusing on improving conditions in 5 states. Those are California, Texas, Florida, North Carolina, and Alabama. Those states make up 31% of the U.S. population, yet account for half of all shelter killings, according to the society.
Maybe they have a lot of different shelters that don't have the access to the resources or the community population to really help them.
Even if you can't adopt a pet right now, many shelters say that right now you can volunteer or you can foster a dog temporarily, and that will help them out quite a bit. In Charlotte, Austin Westfall, Fox News.
And after the break, we have a special interview with a teacher of vertical aeroponic gardening. If you want to know what that is, all the details coming up.
We'll be right back.
Interest rates are on the rise and making waves in the real estate market. Buying or selling? You need a navigator. I'm Holly Taylor. Come to the one who gets it done. HollyTaylor.Realtor.
Hey Bangor residents, the City of Bangor is offering up to $2,000 in grants for income-eligible single-family homeowners if you install a new Fujitsu heat pump in your home. And Valley Home Services is an authorized Fujitsu installer. Up to $2,000. Combine that grant with rebates from Efficiency Maine, and you could have a new Fujitsu heat pump installed by Valley Home Services at little to no cost. Don't miss this incredible offer, Bangor. Call Valley Home Services today to see if you qualify.
This isn't your parents' photo booth. Premier Limousine and DJ presents the latest in photo booth technology with the all-new 2022 Air Booth. Print out everyone's pictures in beautiful full-color photos and have them sent directly to your phone. The new Air Booth is available for weddings, birthdays, class reunions, anniversaries, and corporate events with some of the best and most fun props around. You can book the Air Booth, Limousine, and DJ services separately or take advantage of our very popular package deals. Contact us at Premier Limousine and DJ.
I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. Winning car accident cases is what we do. Check out a few of our big wins.
I broke my wrist and they got me $185,000. What did the twos do for you?
I injured my hip and they got me $260,000. What did the twos do for you?
I needed multiple surgeries and Lowry & Associates got me $350,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222.
Homes are selling in a single day. The real work happens well before. I'm Holly Taylor, and I have the expertise to guide you through your home improvements. Come to the one who gets it done. HollyTaylor.Realtor.
And welcome back to Good Morning Maine.
We are here with Edie Howland. She is a teacher of vertical aeroponic gardening. Thank you for being with us today, Edie.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
I'm eager to talk about it.
I know. We had such a good conversation on the phone. Can you, just to get us right into it, what is vertical aeroponic gardening?
Yes, I especially want to help people understand that aeroponics is different from hydroponics. It's more nutritious and it's more flavorful. And and it's also very conserving of water because there's no soil at all. It's just a reservoir of water at the base of these. They're called tower gardens. And that's circulated by a small pump. And so the water, you add maybe 2 gallons of water once every 10 days.
Yep.
So
it's literally, it's a tower. And then this can go inside your home?
Yes, it can go inside your home. I grow them indoors in the winter and outdoors in the summer.
With some LED lights.
LED lights
in the
indoors.
Winter.
Yes,
right.
yes.
Yep.
And some, you can have one indoors year round if you prefer,
right.
Yes. And they're made of food grade plastic. I think that's very important because Mainers often think, I'll just make this myself out of PVC.
Right.
But this is the same plastic that's used in the space stations.
Cool.
Yeah. And these were gradually developed out of the Epcot Center at Disney World. And there's a section there called The Land that shows all sorts of different growing methods. And I also want to emphasize that I'm a very fervent gardener of organic farming, even biodynamic farming. But this is just another option because not everyone has enough space or strength or time to have a big garden in the soil. And another thing I love about these is that you don't get exposure to ticks, and that has put many people off their stride about gardening.
Yep. Lyme disease and Bell's palsy is no fun.
I know.
Exactly. I know. Yes. And there are also fewer pests. All the pests that are actually in the soil. You know how it feels if you get a little seedling, you put it in, and then the next day, the next morning, soon, nothing's there. So that doesn't happen.
One groundhog is all it takes.
Or some kind of worms, or anyway, the tower garden is much less prone to those kinds of pests.
No mess. You don't have to be repotting things.
Yes, and you can have fingernails.
Right.
And you say they come in a couple different sizes,
right?
They
do. Yeah. Yes, there's one called the Tower Garden Home, and that is 24 inches in diameter. And the Tower Garden Flex, which is the one we have at Tiller and Rye, that's 30 inches in diameter. It holds a little more water, but they both have almost the same growing space.
Cool.
The plants grow in little ports. And I brought this to show you, there's no soil at all.
Yep.
Each plant is growing in something called rock wool, which is a spun basalt rock. And it's just to hold the moisture around the roots until they start growing down into the inside of the tower. And the roots drape down inside that tower, and I never knew how long roots were. And then they're nourished by the water that's dripping, and you add liquid nutrients. And the nutrients that you add are simply minerals. You know, sometimes people ask, are they organic or not? Minerals are not organic, they're just minerals. And this is a very carefully compounded formula to make the plants especially nutritious for human physiology. So that's good too. And our nutrients have no petroleum products and no heavy metals, which some liquid fertilizers do have.
Right.
So,
and that's very interesting, and that's why they're sold specifically from the certain company.
Yes.
But I just want to circle back. That's why I like how you said Mainers, I'll make it myself, because that's so true. But that's why it shouldn't be made just from PVC, because that's not human safe for consumption.
Right, right.
Especially because it's aeroponics, and because the plants will be right up against that.
Yes, and the water there, you know, could be leaching something out.
Right.
And Tim Blank is the man who developed these, and he wanted to make something that was easy to transport, like up a stairway, put on a rooftop.
Cool.
You know, so they're very easy to assemble. They're easy to take apart, easy to clean. They work beautifully, and you can go out of town for a couple of weeks and come back, and your tower garden has got fresh produce.
You don't need a house seater. Yeah. So as far as the class goes, you teach a class almost weekly at Tiller and Rye.
Yes, I teach a class every weekend at Tiller and Rye Grocery Store in Brewer, and they've had a tower garden there since the store opened. So I love that.
I've noticed it. Yep, that's what got me on it.
And sometimes people think, this isn't growing, but that's because I harvest from it every week when I go in and tend it, you know.
Awesome.
And it doesn't take much time. These are easy. That's one of the things I want to emphasize. And it's really meant to help people who maybe never have gardened before get, you know, a little taste of, hey, look, the plant has grown. Wow.
Yeah.
You know? And especially for children.
Yep.
I really want to emphasize that, because we're trying to persuade children away from all the lure of junk food.
Yeah, and sugars.
Yep.
Sugar is a main thing.
Yes,
we just
absolutely.
had a story on that today.
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah. And so when a child, a whole range of ages, when they plant the seed themselves and watch it grow, and you can even put their name on that little port. Each plant has its own little port. You know, and this is my head of lettuce, and now I'm going to eat it. And, you know, they find that children really respond to that and take pride in it. And it also can be a real learning experience for older children. You know, they can learn a little bit about botany, about you test the pH of the water, and they can learn that relates to our own pH of our bodies. If we eat healthy foods, our bodies, it's easier for our body to stay at the pH that lowers inflammation and just helps everything function well.
We're talking about the future here.
Yes,
there's about a million good check marks going across. You're just checking off everything. We want to thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's been a blast.
Thank you. I loved it.
If you're looking for any more information, it'll be all on our website and Facebook page. We'll throw it over to Devin Biggs with another check of your forecast.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With a large supply of ammo in stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Already, small credit advisory up along the coast until 6 p.m. on Wednesday, and this is because we have an area of low pressure that will be moving in. We're seeing some rain showers in a few spots from the southwest going toward the north and east this morning. This causing us a few clouds at this point. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today, but increasing clouds expected with a small chance for a shower or storm this afternoon. This area of low pressure here is going to be lifting off towards the north. This will give us plenty of chances for rain coming up as early as tomorrow, though, and some beneficial rain that will be on the way as well. We do need the rain. Very kind of calm out there, and it's kind of creepy when you look at this. So wave heights are only at around a foot at this point, so it's kind of the calm before the storm, so to say, before that area of low pressure begins to move in, as we'll watch for gusty winds up to around 15 miles per hour today, then calming down a little bit later on tonight. Then things get interesting again for the daytime tomorrow with some gusty winds reaching up to about 20 to even 25 miles per hour in just a few spots. Our average high is 80 degrees. We'll be up and down. Lower 80s on the way today, upper 60s by Wednesday, with the rain I'll be moving in with lower 70s Thursday, upper 70s by your Friday, with lower to middle 80s, a nice warm up on the way just in time for the weekend. And dew points will be on the rise just a little bit, though, with dew points that will be reaching for the lower 60s as we head towards Wednesday and parts of Thursday, then falling back by Friday and just in time for the weekend into more comfortable territory. Already, UV index forecast for today will be at a 6 as considered high, so a burn time of around 30 minutes, so hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary as you do head out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. So for today, though, under a partly cloudy sky, not too bad. There may be a small chance for a shower or storm in a few spots. Otherwise, increasing clouds will be expected with more rain on the way, especially as we head towards the daytime tomorrow. We do need the rain, too. We've been dry around here, though, and up to an inch of rain possible in many areas before we're all finished up. So this is definitely some welcome news for many areas across the state. So your forecast for today, lower 80s, partly cloudy, a slight chance for a shower or storm with that east wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 60 degrees, mostly cloudy, a small chance for rain. Northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. Rain likely on Wednesday, windy as well, highs in the upper 60s. Lower 70s by Thursday with a chance for rain as well. Drying out by Friday, partly cloudy, highs in the upper 70s. Middle 80s Saturday with a mostly sunny sky.
Inflation, a broken supply chain, and high gas prices. Mainers everywhere are facing tough decisions about rising costs. Growing up as part of a small family business in Leeds, I learned what a struggling economy does to small businesses, jobs, and to working class people. And serving as a Marine in Afghanistan and Iraq taught me to stand strong for what's right in the face of adversity. I'm Jared Golden, and that's why in Congress, I'm an independent voice for you, taking on my own party to stand up for Maine families. I was the only Democrat to vote against trillions of dollars of President Biden's agenda because I knew it would make inflation worse. I've stood with law enforcement against defunding the police. I support cutting the gas tax and increasing domestic oil production. I'm working to lower prescription drug costs and standing firm against any cuts to Social Security and Medicare. I'll always be an independent fighter for you. I'm Jared Golden, and this is my family. I approve this message because when it comes to doing what's right for your family, I'll never back down. From prom dresses to workouts and new adventures, you hope the more you give, the less they'll miss. But even if your teen was vaccinated against meningitis in the past, they may be missing vaccination for meningitis B. Although uncommon, up to 1 in 5 survivors of meningitis will have long-term consequences. Now, as you're thinking about all the vaccines your teen might need, make sure you ask your doctor if your teen is missing meningitis B vaccination.
People today, they could spend half their lives over 50.
I get used to this.
So that's good. Make sure your happiness lives as long as you do. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP. Join today.
Liftmaster is the #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Can alert you if you left it open and let you close it from most anywhere in the world. And where's the best place to get your Liftmaster? From PDQ Door. PDQDoor.com.
Have you ever come home after a long day, opened the fridge, and couldn't find anything you wanted to make? I know I have. On those nights, I often grab a few eggs and get creative with whatever else I find. Now, if you're not sure how fresh your eggs are, here's a trick. Fill a bowl with cold water and place your eggs in it. If they sink to the bottom and lay on their side, they're fresh. If they stand on one end at the bottom of the bowl, they might be a few weeks old, but they're still good. And if they float to the top, they're history. So let me show you what I made the other night. I began by sautéing some spinach in a little olive oil, just until it wilted. To that, I added some eggs that I beat together with some oregano, onion powder, and a little salt and pepper. Once it started to set up, I added in a chunked up tomato and some feta cheese that I almost forgot I had. After scrambling everything together, I ended up with a Greek feast that was amazing. The eggs were nice and fluffy, the veggies made it super colorful, and the feta added just the right amount of tang.